How you doing? My name's Charles. You sent me an email concerning the tin whistle, which I've had one forever, but I've never played it. It always got pushed to the side for something else. Anyway, to answer your question, I think it'll be a good combination with the two other instruments, three other or four other instruments that I play. I play a hammer dulcimer, but I had to give it up. I've got actually two bad shoulders, one's worse than the other, and after no more than a few minutes of playing, I just can't continue hammering. It's unfortunate. Now what I'm working on is a Zambona. This is my Zambona. It's not an expensive one. It's a cheap Zambona, and I'm going to invest in a better one. And this particular one is an 8 and a 7 pipe. 8, 7. You have an upper row and a lower row, and they're placed that way to give you a quick change. Like if you want to go from one note to another note, that other note is usually pretty close. So they design it that way. I number it because with the right. With the Zambona, it's tabbed. So as you can see, you've got numbers up, numbers down. So you might even have 3, 4, 5, 6, or 8 numbers on the upper line on that particular note, and you would play all of those. Then you would drop to the next one down. This is El Condor Pasa, and it's a relatively simple one to play. And as you can see, the first one up there goes from 6 to 5 to 5, back up to 5, and down to 4, up to 4, down to 4, up to 4, down to 3, up to 3, and then hold it. Those dots mean you hold the note. And then the next one, 2, and then 3, hold the note. This one, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but it's a slidey. You slide from one note to the next. Anyway, it just gives you some idea of what I'm doing with this. Now the sound you get with this is a little different than you do it with the flute, but I think that's why they would complement each other, because with more mellow sound, although it can get pretty harsh, it can get up there, but the lower notes are and you have to play it on your lip with your smiling, with your lips closed, and then you blow across it, and you have to be consistent doing it. So as far as blowing, this takes a lot more wind than the pipe, and it takes a little trickier to do. So it does take some practice, but the results are pretty good because you get a really nice even sound. This is the Cana. Now the Cana has a finger configuration, holes, similar to the pipe. I'm not proficient at it by any means. The one instructor told me, he said, Keep playing it half an hour a day, and in about 6 months you'll get a nice tone. Then you can start learning songs and doing the finger work. I'm 1 month in. And again, you have to use that. Looking for that sweet spot. But for the first week, I was doing, I couldn't get it right. So it's just a matter of training your lips, hitting the right spot, then you can start the finger work. And it does give a good sound. Of course, this one, you're good to go. You can just blow on it. It's like a recorder. So this is pretty much the same configuration of holes, except there's none in the back. So I think there would be a nice combination between this starting off or playing along with this doing the melody, or this doing the melody, or just doing backup, fill in, because the two different sounds would definitely go good together, I think. Now I also play a mountain dulcimer, and there again, it would probably work in there too. So with my computer here, what I can do is I can play a song on one track, go back and use the pipe, and play another track, and then melt those together, and then put some percussion to it, and you got a song. So yes, to answer your question, I think they would go good together. I really do. So for Peru, and it's winter down here, for Peru, have a nice year end, a nice Christmas, and I'll get back to you when I finally figure out where these fit together. And I'm sure they will fit together. Sorry about the lighting in the back, but unfortunately I'm kind of overloaded. That's right. I have a hammer dulcimer, that's the one in the gray bag. The one over there is a dulcimer, it's a Huang Kuai dulcimer, made in China. I have a banjo which I pluck on once in a while when I'm feeling down. And there's my mountain dulcimer. And I also have a steel guitar which I play. Not well. By no means am I a pro. I'm just an amateur. I'm retired. I have Parkinson's, and I'm quite limited in what I can do. But if I find I can do something, I grab onto it, I hang on to it, and I work with it. That's why when I picked up my Zambona, it worked. So I've been working on that. And Parkinson's doesn't seem to affect it. Anyway, enough of mine. Have a good one.